position. As you can see, the clock is beginning to count down. It's almost time. Katowice, FaZe clan up against Astralis in the semi-finals here at the Intel Extreme Masters. This is going to be phenomenal. You can just feel it in your bones, and we're away.
Pretty standard for the pistol round, some utility on Glaive and Device. FaZe up, ringing out already. Astralis is gonna go for mid control. They're positioned for it. They've got players boosted. Here's the flash over. Here's the smoke in towards connector. Kerrigan gonna fall away. And now where do they want to go? With mid control established, they have both of the bomb sites. It's gonna be a split towards B. Kerrigan and Guardian, they have no reinforcements.
But it is still Kerrigan and Guardian. The first little bit of pressure gets applied. Kerrigan's still up for the fight though. Playing from headshot. Lives up to the name of it. Gonna find Glaive, and the follow-up Device gets deleted. It's already down to 2, and you can see the rest of FaZe closing in. The net is getting tighter. Magic's trying to fight his way out, but it looks like FaZe are gonna get this one started with a bang. Xyp9x might have escaped for a second, but it's for just a moment. FaZe surely know this is the case. The bomb is down. Kerrigan lingers closer, and it's Kerrigan, the previous captain, to get 3 kills and FaZe the first round.
You can run, but you can't hide. Kerrigan does eventually find him at the end. That's such a nice pistol round, and critical kills coming out early in that hit because 3 players for FaZe were deep into that A bomb site. There was no one coming over, and Kerrigan, we've seen some incredible individual performances from him on this stage in this event so far. Above what he's usually provided to this team, so one that is already stacked with star players is getting some extra effort from the captain. If that comes in today, again, they might be unstoppable here.
Speaking of unstoppable, NiKo looking up to the task. Need to connect, but for now we will be seeing Astralis taking their time. Of course, upgraded pistols, bit of armor, but again, facing off against a pretty well-set CT side. Never easy. And again, another nade comes through, slowly but surely chipping them away.
Yeah, that's really good early damage to help out. Soften him up for when the hit comes in. There's no utility as well on Astralis. They're gonna have to be given a gift in FaZe at the moment. Not feeling charitable. Rain is pushed out of the B bomb site just a little bit. Great kill from NiKo with the FAMAS. That's towards the door. Now it's Xyp9x. Guardian, he wants to bait him in. Mid-control again for the full Danish squad, and Kerrigan's gonna be put under some pressure. Glaive's gonna turn this corner. Easily handled, no one there to trade, no one there to follow it up. And they've been stumped everywhere. Now Device chimes in. Now the Deagle rings out. They've got a 4-on-3.
Olofmeister still on towards A, and NiKo not far off either. These guys will be watching the cross. Not going to be comfortable for Astralis to try and make it through. The CZs are very strong, but you're going to have to hope for something to hit, and it's not going to happen. NiKo to find Dupree, and we're down to 2. Device and Xyp9x still trying to achieve something. Device was in a good spot. He's made it even better. Guardian goes down. 20 seconds, though. Any more? Doesn't look like it. Xyp9x clutch Meister, but it's not going to happen. Olofmeister, stronger, better, faster. FaZe get another one on the board. It's 2 now for them, and Astralis might just have to yield.
That's a great shot from Device. Kerrigan in the air. Picking up that M4, you thought maybe he could build on some of the damage, not able to take too much away. Astralis gonna be put back to just the weaker pistols, around with no armor, around with no nades, no investment. Everyone's saving for that first gun round, and FaZe is just looking to stabilize, just looking to keep 5 players alive.
Yep, Olofmeister does have the SMG, so he'll be hoping for a bit of action. Good nade to come through as well. Astralis here, of course, praying for anything at this point. A plant would be absolutely brilliant for them to really supplement what they have coming into that next round. But for now, it looks like Olofmeister might have his dream come true. Farm up that money, put that SMG to work, as we do see Astralis waiting for that jump off. NiKo on the site. That's not the dream. That might be a nightmare. He does deal with it, and NiKo's got his back as well. Dupree does find one, but this looks like it's been handled. It's been dealt with. And Dupree still fighting the good fight here. 2 kills, he's up a rifle. No armor, though. Bomb not to hand, too many players to find, and FaZe will get to 3 with 3 players alive as well.
Did get a bit dangerous. I'm not sure how. I think Olofmeister caught a little bit off guard. They were able to spot him as that smoke starts fading. He almost takes a death early on, but he handles it well. Couple of kills and stays alive. Even transfers that SMG over into the M4 that Dupree was able to pick up off NiKo. So, gonna get a short pause here to start this 4th round, this first gun round of the game. But so far, everything according to plan for FaZe. Guardian's gonna have that AWP.
Every time.
He loves it, isn't he?
In charge of not only some of the best players in the world in his team, but he's got the whole crowd behind him.
We've seen him do it plenty of times, play with the camera in that way. And I know Chad, I think, briefly mentioned it, that he's used it as like a tactic where you can get the crowd cheering and chanting, and then you call a very fast-paced strategy where maybe it helps muffle the footsteps.
Yeah.
This crowd, though, feels firmly in the favor of FaZe, despite the fact that Astralis are the reigning champion. And I mean, it's not the most unusual thing considering all the players they have on their team. Oh, and yeah, that is a nice little surprise, isn't it? The double off setup, they're gonna get spicy early on. Nico picks it up, Guardian picks it up as well. And Astralis in some trouble this round. They don't realize it quite yet.
Oh, but they might just do very soon. Nico on the AWP, Guardian on the AWP. We'll keep eyes on that as it unravels, but Astralis, of course, do have the buy now to try and fight back a little. That bomb is very far away, though, so I doubt this can be any sort of quick hit, but Nico might go looking. I'm wondering what he's going to be up for. He feels this game out. Bit of an exchange in middle. No one really overextending just yet. But Nico wants some. He's up for the fight, and who'd be on the other side here? Dupree would be the man, but for now, it doesn't mean they have to commit. It looks like a bit of a slow build from Astralis.
These ops, especially an op in Nico's hands towards the A bomb site, can really help kind of maintain some of that map control for the CT side that can be so elusive and so difficult to problem to get around. Tough part for him is he's gonna have to manage what's behind him as well as Magisk. If he opens that door, all of a sudden Nico can be pinched from 2 different positions. So he's staying aggressive. He hasn't heard anything quite yet, but it's all gonna come down to timing for him. And hopefully for Astralis, Dupree is aware this is a possibility. This off angle can be so nasty, and he just barely stops short, and Nico's gonna go hunting, it looks like.
Nico becomes aware this could be a possibility. Magisk makes position known, and it looks like Astralis are readying themselves. The flash is good. Nico needs to back away now. Dupree is first out. Good counter flash comes in. Olofmeister pushes himself up, but look at Magisk. Already taking a lot of damage here. Molotov goes through towards quad. Dupree moves forward. It's device to find Carrigan. That's big. And now Nico and Olofmeister need to hold, and they can't. It's down to Nico on the site. No one else nearby just yet. Can he stem the bleeding, or is it just too much? Gonna try and back away for a second of respite as the bomb gets planted. Great work from Astralis with 5 alive here. They can put their foot down. The nades are doing well, but the shot's even better from Rain. Finding Magisk. Do they fancy this? Are they gonna go back in on it? It looks like they are. And Guardian already finding device is perfect. Opens up that avenue of approach. Rain, good positioning, but Glaive and Zipnik's even better. It's just down to Nico. And that clock is ticking faster and faster, and he gets shut down. Astralis fight back.
That's a great round, the slow pressure from Astralis. I think Olof and Nico thought that attack was gonna be coming much quicker. They used a lot of utility to slow it down in some of the choke points, and Astralis was so happy to just wait. Smokes were perfect. No one from FaZe finding anything, in that double up setup at the end of that round, you could see real deficiency when they're going for the retake. Yes, they get some picks, but no, they're never able to make any actual progression into the bomb site. Another timeout, this one being tactical in nature, as FaZe actually want to talk things over early on. They're on the verge of a reset here, down 3-1. Expensive to switch into 2 ops right off the bat, and they're punished for it.
Absolutely. Very little utility as well, so gonna be quite tricky this time, but these guys, they've got the firepower. They can make up for it sometimes. They don't need it all, but I mean, Astralis on the other side having to fight on through this. And now the time is ticking. 5 seconds till we're back into this one. Guardian still has the AWP to hand. Device has his own, so we might see that battle go down, and it's always a tantalizing prospect. But let's see what Astralis do now. They know they've got to push them. They know they've read this situation well, but how do they try and exploit this? Is it going to be a fast hit? It looks like it is, and into the Deagles we go. Glaive's in trouble, actually. Dupree does find Carrigan, but Rain still stands. The Molotovs will force him out, and we'll see if maybe FaZe can keep control of this for now.
This is so tough for FaZe. They don't have the weaponry or the utility to play a slow round. They need to get aggressive themselves, and they're already down a man, and Rain is pretty much taken out of the fight. They know exactly where he is, and Astralis can slow things down in their favor. A missed shot from Guardian. He pays the price with some HP there. Smoke gonna go out to block his vision, deny information. FaZe have to find something else. They need to find something to get into this round, and this might be it. Nico. He's pushed through. He's trying to make a play for his team to claw them into this round, but they're aware. They're so focused on this possibility. Here they are turning the corner, the UMP. They line up, but it just can't do enough damage. One kill, but the health of Glaive and Magisk still makes this a recoverable round.
Astralis don't have much ground gain though. Still working their way through middle. No step towards the side just yet, and there's still threats aplenty. Can't write any of these players out individually. They could just go off. So I think Astralis need to be careful on this timing as well. 30 seconds remain. They need to start heading towards the site. Pick your poison. Where do you want to go? Both sides still have players on them. No one's over-rotated. It's going to be Olaf Meister to try and control what's about to happen. The flood's about to break. He sees the Molotovs. He makes the call. The kill comes in. Good work. Rain's there as well. The support's already in the right position, but the spray's not there. Dupree makes it through, but look at the time. Down to 10 seconds. They've got to go. Bomb does go down, and Guardian not quite there in time, but maybe, just maybe, he can find another.
He would have to get so lucky. Dupree's holding such a difficult spot. The smoke now clears, and that's Glaive to find it, holding the angle. A second round for Astralis. They actually went right into the most dangerous portion. Olaf Meister and Rain at the truck were at that A bomb site and able to manage it. Only one kill for Olaf. So it's 2-3, and there's that reset. It's gonna be FaZe back to the pistol. So Astralis, despite losing the pistol, are able to recover. Once the rifle rounds begin, they've shown dominance in these past 2 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. FaZe may be needing to kind of, calm it down again. We talk about adrenaline, we talk about these players getting really pumped up. Once we settle into this matchup, it might look a little different down the line, but for now, great recovery from Astralis to build back in, not get it into their heads too early. And Glaive really picking up the pace here, finding Rain. Nico gonna try and get that Deagle to do some damage, and we know it can, but not this time. Magisk will stay alive. Device and Magisko are both a little wounded.
Yeah, now they have the whole run of the map. This is gonna be pretty easy despite some of the damage taken in a 5-on-3. There's an interesting point brought up on the desk when this map came out that FaZe had picked it was, Freiburg said, they'd picked it twice in this event already, and they'd lost it both times. So worrying signs. Good shot from Kerrigan. If he can get another, that would help. Guardians here as well, waiting to see if there's gonna be an opportunity to get involved in the action, but there shouldn't be. Coming through the smoke, Zipnik's ever aware, all tied up.
Portions of the crowd finding their voice now as the rest goes silent in anticipation as to what's to come. They know the value of this round. It's a big one for both sides. Money is going to be in question here. FaZe, they started to look a little weaker. They started to lose out on the funding, but they've fashioned a buy here, but my God, it's not a brilliant one.
This is the tough part. This is when cash feels like such a difficult map for you, like your options just shrink when you don't have the utility to take great control of the map, when you feel like you have to be aggressive, but you don't necessarily have the tools to do it. It's going to be a mid-control play for FaZe on the defense as they look to recover. They look to put their first rifle round on the board. Again, slow-paced from Astralis at the moment. Far back, looking for some of that aggression. Device in mid with this AWP. Aware of the possibilities. They have Rain and Vents. There's Kerrigan at this highway box. Spots that out. Smoke is going to delay and guard his vision for a little bit. He makes presence known. He shows the op and rotates around to a new location.
You can see the jump off kind of building towards A at the moment. Nico's still there. The pressure towards middle's keeping Kerrigan's attention, but it looks like it's go time. Nico, can you stop it before it starts? No! Zipnik's just a little quicker, and Kerrigan up from highway does at least find him, but by now the bomb is crossing towards the site. Bomb to be planted. Keep eyes on Olaf Meister in the back lines. He's going to be working around Kerrigan, trying to make the play happen, and Device is having none of it. It looks like Astralis are really putting their foot down here, but maybe Olaf Meister could be that knife in the back, but no, Device is just that bit better.
No, there needs to be more resistance on the initial hit, and Nico just goes down quickly without even a fight back. That means Olaf has to back away. He needed more time for that flank to really come to fruition. And Guardian called for the save as well. Great angle taken up by Device. 2 kills for him once they secure the bomb site, denying that retake, and now Guardian just has to try and live. They're gonna hunt him down. Dupree, he falls. How much does Astralis want to dedicate to taking this away? Magisk is coming from behind. They want to force him into the open. Another fight lost, though, by Guardian, and Olaf's still going to survive. 4 straight for Astralis. The losing bonus starting to build up, but FaZe have nothing to be happy about so far in the CT side.
No, they've actually struggled a little bit. It's kind of unique to see, but we did highlight as well, if we're starting to see Device being really versatile in approach and feeling confident, that can be a huge swing factor towards those win conditions for Astralis.
He's going to be so good in those spots where they've taken over a bomb site. He's able to just hold an angle. That's where he's at his best. 4-3 now. Great pick from Device, aggressively peeking towards mid. That's Kerrigan down. The off on Guardian pushing out of the B bomb site. Or excuse me, it's on Olaf, but Guardian is pushing Nico with the Deagle. Not able to get more than one. And Olaf being aggressive on the flank. Will he peek over in time? No, Magisk is going to win it. Everything going wrong for FaZe here.
It does look a little like that. Everything goes right for Astralis, and it goes wrong for FaZe. They're just a couple of seconds off here and there, a couple of moments that could have maybe gone their way, but it is what it is, and it looks like Astralis are going to, again, push forward, meticulous in approach. That smoke leaves a little to be desired if they do try and go for the cross. Maybe they're going to peek it on the way through. They do, Device. Never to be outdone. Catches Rain, and Glaive now unleashes and just gets the ground as they escort the bomb through.
This is really scary for FaZe, but finally they'll have the full losing bonus built up so they can afford essentially whatever they want. We'll see if they want to go back towards the double AWP. They can choose to do that. It did kind of backfire early on in this half. Didn't really yield a whole lot of results either against an A take, and obviously denying them the possibility of retaking. Great shot from Guardian. He tries to stay alive. One above, not going to be aware of Glaive. Astralis now in the lead by 2. But here comes the best buy FaZe have had since that 4th round.
Yeah, they have been skint for some time, and they actually get the utility. Even the purchase before, they didn't have much. They didn't have the Molotovs. They didn't have the kits. They was always kind of missing that one thing. But now they do stick on just the one AWP with Guardian, but they have everything else. They are in a really good spot here to put up the fight. I wonder if Astralis have a plan in mind. They know they're coming up against probably the toughest side the FaZe can bring now, so we're going to see what they can maybe do to get around this, if there's a game plan in mind, or if it's somewhat similar as before. Maybe a little bit of a quickening of pace here. A lot of pressure towards B, but look at the damage done. Excellence from Rain to catch out Zipnik so early on and also deal so much damage.
Yeah, that nade was phenomenal. A great trade from Device, though. Boosted up. He outduels Guardian. One of the best in the world, and Device has been doing that for quite some time as an AWPer for Astralis. He is very intimidating a sniper in his own right. That pretty much yields mid control over to Astralis. They can go many different places. Kerrigan inside Ben. He's given up his position, so he's going to back away. And it's only Olaf Meister A. Now the defense adjusts. Nico going to come back. He's picked up Guardian's AWP. They're going to be pretty split on the bomb site, though, so any early information, you imagine at some point Nico and Olaf going to make a play towards A main, maybe a pop flash peek. Something to be aggressive, something to deny the fact that they can get split from 3 different choke points.
Looks like it's almost the go time as well. You can see the smokes being toyed with. Glaive going to be holding that rotate, maybe applying pressure from highway soon enough. Smokes go out. Olaf Meister and Nico are preparing. They're battening down the hatches, and Nico watches. The timing is unreal. Just as Glaive came around, but for now you're starting to see the T side explode towards A. They take out Olaf, they take out Nico. It's Astralis doing wonders. And the bomb gets planted. The last 2 players are so far away.
It can't be like this. The defense has to be way more aggressive, way more willing to take risks and find information. Just sitting in these bomb sites, they've done it a number of times now, and Astralis finds it every single time. If it wasn't those immediate entries from Mages, from Dupree, it would have been somewhere else, because Glaive was poised perfectly. As soon as that attention is taken away from Highway, from Nico, Glaive is going to start pouncing, and then there's really no way of salvaging that round from FaZe. They need to know what hit is coming before it actually comes in. They don't even have a chance in these rounds.
This doesn't feel like the FaZe we've seen recently. They don't look as proactive, they don't look as aggressive, and you know, I don't blame them. They're against Astralis, big stage, but you never put those sort of questions at FaZe, do you? Like, oh, are they nervous? Are they just not going for it? This doesn't normally faze them. Really not wanting to do that pun, but I mean, it's just not normally an issue with them, so I'm hoping we see maybe that aggression come back, that kind of play that can just completely define them from others.
Yeah, we'll have to see some life breathe back into them. They do have one of those like weird luxuries where, because they have so many incredibly gifted individual players, you feel super confident leaving them alone, but they can't just be a turret behind, you know, Forklift. We've seen Nico play that position. We've seen Olaf do it, and neither of them has gained results against the rifles of Astralis. Just picking FaZe apart at the moment. Kerrigan alone over at B. And Nico gonna get aggressive in towards doors. So is Olaf. I think Magisk hears this just at the last second.
No, he doesn't. Completely unawares, caught. Pants down, Nico takes the gun, backs away, and gets a little spicier. Device though to even things out, but it's Rain to claim it back. This is the aggression you want to be seeing from FaZe. Get in their faces. But the 3 remaining players from Astralis are terrified. I would be as well. You've got Olafmeister pushed up. You don't know where Rain is. Guardian's in your face. And Zipnix is trying to control it, but I mean, look at this. Guardian's creeping closer. It's Olafmeister to strike. This is brilliance from FaZe, even with what they had in this very poor purchase. They have made it work. Now Dupree, can you make something happen from this? The bomb is nowhere near you. He's gonna have to do something pretty damn special to get a way back through.
This is Rain he's fighting against, and he's gonna give it up. Yeah, that aggression from FaZe in this round, though, it was coordinated. It wasn't just, it seems crazy, but they had Rain boosted up, they had aggression in towards doors, so 2 different places at the same part of the map that are having FaZe players aggressively attack it. Yields great results, but that level of pushing and aggression from FaZe isn't gonna work every single time. They still need to be able to sustain, and Dupree now in a 1 versus 3. He's got 25 seconds left. I don't think he can win this. He's taken a lot of time here, and he's got so many players to find, so many corners to clear. He's gonna look left, but Rain holds strong. 3 kills for him. That's a big performance to get FaZe back on the board. A 4th for them. And another bye coming out now.
I've got to say as well, though, FaZe and their T side have been very strong. A lot of teams have been struggling on them, but they've been able to kind of put up numbers that you'd hope. So, I mean, this should be a matchup that can go all the way. It shouldn't be those one-sided affairs that we had coming throughout this, but Cash was, you know, always kind of followed up with a question mark when it came to them.
It can lead towards the T side. We've seen it swing back and forth throughout Counter-Strike. Which side it favors?
And a little bit of a different look towards A, and this might be what you want to be seeing.
Yes.
The pop flash into main, Nico, Olafmeister, trying to make something happen for themselves. The Molotov will surely do a touch of damage, but that's not the problem. This is all good for them. Guardian Olafmeister finding initial kills, switching up the pace, and putting Astralis on the back foot. Guardian now prepares himself for more, but will he expect Glaive so close? Oh, this could be deadly. Glaive doesn't know how close he is to catching him out. Guardian, centimeter away. And Magis winding himself up through that door as Guardian peeks in and he gets it. Glaive, a shot to the gut and he goes down. This is great from FaZe, finally looking a little dominant in this.
Yes, that's beautiful. That's exactly what you want. Take control of A main, you push in, you find a player unfocused, unaware that it's even happening, and Guardian dominating in mid with the AWP. Phenomenal round from FaZe. That's the life you want to see. And the CT side, Cash 5 to 6. They've almost equalized things. There were so many different times Glaive could have attacked that position that he would have found a free kill, and he just picks the wrong moment. All down to timing. Speaking of timing, there's gonna be a tactical pause here for Astralis to talk things over, figure out exactly what they want to change and what they want to adjust and how they deal with the increased aggression from FaZe on the CT side.
Yeah, it's so back and forth with these 2 teams especially. You know, you see the answer finally coming for FaZe. They bring back the rounds and there, Astralis need to find their response here. It's consistently that kind of layer upon layer of strategy and fortitude that they need to bring through this. But of course, FaZe will be aware of this to a degree. They know that their switch-ups could be coming, and you know, Carrigan is a bit of a mastermind as well. He'll know the Astralis side of what they like to do. They'll be doing their research as well, even though Astralis, of course, did have a lot of time to look at FaZe and what they expected from them. But for now, we go back in. 5 to 6 is the scoreline. Astralis still in the lead, but FaZe bringing this right back to the door.
Vice not gonna have the AWP this round. He's been phenomenal with it. The only player in the server in double digits. Nico alone over at A. He's playing outside the bomb site. He's had a pretty tough time defending this site, all things considered. Look at Guardian. He is slowly taking control of this map. He's pushed out of B with that AWP, and he's gonna slowly grab wider and wider angles. And Zipnik's watching for it. He spotted him out. And Guardian's gonna stick with this. Glaive is rotating around. He's gonna keep pushing, and he's not stopping, but the jump peak is gonna get him to fall back. Smoke plumes just at the right moment to protect his retreat. That was very close. Oh, but they're still gonna be aggressive with it. You love to see this.
All right, so you spotted Guardian. Do you expect Rain? He's kind of baiting Rain in almost, trying to make noise, trying to see if they'll fall for it. If they get complacent, and Rain will strike. Smoke goes in, they're trying to isolate him out. Bit of a response comes in, and there's Rain. Good aggression, really toying with Astralis, who seem a little flat now themselves, unable to find that response just yet. But with 40 seconds remaining, plenty of opportunity.
Look how much time this kind of a play from FaZe is taken off the clock. Rain even peeking right with that smoke. The timing of it confuses Glaive just enough to give him the advantage. Magisk once again close up towards Highway. This time it's Kerrigan jumping over the box. A dirty off angle that Magisk can't handle. Down to 25 seconds and only 3 players. Astralis looking locked out of this round. They've got to hit this A bomb site. It's the only option left to them. There's going to be 3 players here though.
This has to be second to none if Astralis want this, and mistakes are looking like they're going to be made. Nico is holding his own, he's buying time. 8 seconds, and it's Nico to shut it down. FaZe Clan bring it right back now. They are not letting this one slip at all. It looked like Astralis were going to start running away with it, but no. FaZe work it out, they find a bit of a master plan, and they start bringing it through in this round.
And it's off the back of taking control on the CT side, of being the proactive ones. First round they win, they push out towards A main, they get a kill there. This time they push out towards B, they find another opening kill from the CT side, and they're denying that map control from Astralis. They're taking it away from them. And Astralis either has to make the decision, do you get funneled in towards the other point of attack, or do you spend time and resources dealing with the pushes? Oh, it's great nades. Device down to 41, Dupree down to 62.
Astralis looking for anything they can find with these Deagles. Bit of armor on Magisk, but beyond that, it's all she's got. So FaZe looking like it's going to be another one to be built up here. Eyeing up that 7th round to put on the board as Kerrigan. It's a little bit of a fight towards middle. Playing in Guardian off the back of it. Nicely done between the two. Aware there's another player by Vents. They sandwich him in, but Zipnix fights out of it, and he fights well, but he is under severe scrutiny, and there's not too many ways you can run out of that one. As Glaive now just with a P250, no bomb to hand. Has to just back away from it. FaZe Clan starting to look very good here.
They're going on a small run themselves, 4 rounds straight after they recover. It's looking like they were lost for a little bit, but you're right, they have recovered quite nice. 7-6, AWP gonna be in Guardian's hands still. I think Device is gonna have to be on an AK-47. We'll see what he picks up. There's been some weapons dropped across the board. No, he's gonna have the AWP. So we get that duel back. We'll see how he can do with it again. He's gonna head over towards that B bomb site. Guardian's here as well, waiting for a counter flash, just turning around for it. Gonna go for some spam. That's for someone creeping up slowly along the wall. It's not gonna do any damage, but a nice idea.
Still see on the other side here, Nico and Olofmeister as well. Up to some tricks. Over by 8. Popping Nico up, another new look to the A-hold if they actually go for it. So hard to read and position for, as Guardian still tendering for this. A dangerous battle, but Device comes off worse. Down to 20 HP, but stays alive.
Timing shot not gonna land for Device. Indeed, Guardian didn't even fall back. He just pushed up to a different aggressive angle, and once again, playing almost a bait and switch setup. Saying the AWP is there and Rain hiding in a corner waiting for them to try and push him, and even Kerrigan going to be over towards Vents. There's a lot of attention from FaZe towards mid, and that's what this boost from Nico allows. You can be much more mobile towards the other portions of the map. Kerrigan, that's a great fight to win because he can't go anywhere else. He's got to fight his way out, and now Zipnix and Device want to deal with him. They're trying to find their way. He gets a second. He is eventually traded, but great work from him. Olaf is pulled over towards mid for the moment, but Nico has been waiting this whole time. He's holding the trigger, he's waiting for more. He's calling this out, and there it is. He thought the one tap would work, but it doesn't matter. He's getting a second kill, and straight from above, he gets a third.
Eight to 6. It looks like Astralis have run out of ideas as to how to answer what FaZe are bringing back into this one. The money is so good now for FaZe as well. They have everything they want and need going forward into this final moment. Another stretch in the right direction, of course. This will be a timeout coming in. So it does seem as though every timeout being used that they can do. And if I'm Astralis, I don't blame him either.
No, not at all. You want to get this last round. You've been shut out for quite some time. You've been with a great run in the middle of that half. It's got to be frustrating to a certain degree that it's now been 5 straight for FaZe, and it really hasn't even looked like you've had too many chances in this. Nico's now up to 16 kills. He'd been quiet for a decent part. He'd been struggling over towards the A bomb site, but he will not be denied his statistics.
He's a bit of an animal at this, at these sort of stages. He seems to come alive, doesn't he? But the timeout has passed. 10 seconds until we find out if it's going to be a commanding lead for FaZe going into that second half, or maybe Astralis can stay right at their heels. For now, it looks like FaZe still have that perfect mentality. They worked it out so quickly and came back in so strong.
They've been doing so much better in the early portions of the round, either finding damage, finding kills for the most part, and more importantly, just controlling each of the areas leading up to both bomb sites. Guardian over towards B, Guardian and Rain with the AWP have been great.
Nico's gone for a walk. The spam did connect, but I don't know if they're fully aware. The flash comes in, he tries to pounce, he spots out one, but Dupree's pushed up as well. This could be pretty tricky. He's in between two. Oh, it could have been brilliant. It's Nico, of course. He does this sort of damage, and instantly Astralis are on the back foot. Karrigan controls middle. He's not going to let that one slip, and Olofmeister right back into it. Again, defending that A-bomb site with everything he has. Magisk is trying to make some pressure apply, but by now, Astralis are already feeling cornered.
I cannot believe Nico stuck around for that fight. I think more players are going to just try and escape through the smoke when the initial play doesn't work out. And Olaf now following up, pushing in towards A main, grabbing all the information. And Zipnix is the only one to watch. He's got the bomb and no HP.
Oh,
this is going to be a disaster. And he's going to hold his nerve again, waiting for the second device. Almost walks right into it. Great kill from Olaf. Molotov out towards the bomb. And there goes Magisk. They know exactly where device is, and he's got 40 seconds in a 1 versus 4. And he's got Rain coming behind him. Again, now the flanks, the aggression from FaZe. They're loving it.
FaZe really playing the game we love to see, and Astralis. Last alive device, of course. Ooh, just about finds a way out of the sight of Rain, but only for now. You can see them all eyes trained. Device. I mean, it's almost brutal to watch. Guardian's the one to find it in the end. It will be FaZe with a commanding lead on the half. 9-6 is a very big scoreline here.
Especially when you recover in such a huge fashion. They end that half on a 6-0 run. That's going to feel suffocating from Astralis. We'll see what they can do when they return. They'll be on the defense. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
FaZe clan looking dominant already. They found the answer to what Astralis were doing, and they made it hurt. But there's a whole half to go. But already you're seeing big performances from the likes of Nico.
Yeah, a tale of two different phases during that half. They came out looking very timid, very passive, sitting back into the bomb sites. And eventually, after they got beat up for 6 rounds in a row, they just said enough's enough, and they got aggressive themselves. They found success in the early stages of each of the rounds, and Astralis never could get around it. We'll see, though, now. Astralis switching over towards the defensive side. Pistol round is live, and we've got utility on Guardian and Kerrigan, so some kind of tactical idea. The bomb with 2 players heading towards B, Nico and Kerrigan the other side of the map, and it looks like they may want to put a little bit of a fake onto this A-bomb site. Nico going to be in door. Kerrigan with smoke 2 flashes. Likely going to throw the standard ones for Highway and see if Nico can have any kind of success. There's the smoke. Here come the flashes. How much can Nico do? There's a lot of bodies here from Astralis. They should be able to shut this down. Both are going to commit, and Device instantly gets the kill. But Kerrigan with the trade. He needs to do more. The rotations are happening. They've sold it. They've done enough.
Oh, Dupree's going to be gutted. He was holding that angle, and as the smoke goes up, he'll only confirm it. He fell to the trap, but will he be able to get back into this? Olofmeister keeping eyes on this one. Glaive to find Kerrigan. The 3 remaining players were the ones towards B. So for now, Astralis build into this retake, but Olofmeister connects well towards Glaive. He forces him away. Zipnix now tries to leap in and save somewhat of this round, but the clock is ticking. They need to get going. There's no kits left on them. Rain finds Dupree, and here comes Olofmeister, trying to deny them playing back in from checkers. He swings around. He's keeping Glaive at bay. He plays it well, but Magic's now left on 1 HP. Shut down in the end. It's FaZe to pull it forward.
Oh, Astralis is going to be so upset. They bit that fake so hard. Everyone leaves that B bomb site. Even with the initial kill from Device, only seeing 1 more body, all the rotations, and it wasn't even for too long. They just stepped out of position for 2 to 3 seconds. And when they turn around the smokes and the choke point. So some tricky plays coming out for FaZe now is going to yield on their second pistol round. Both of them in this opening map going the way of FaZe Clan. That's a big deficit to try and climb out of. A light investment for Astralis. Magic with CZ armor. Glaive's gonna push forward. He's got no armor, so he just gets chewed up by that MAC-10. Dupree, does he want to try his luck again around that smoke as well? No.
Probably not a smart idea, is it?
No, it doesn't feel like it.
No, the damage is being done elsewhere as well. You can see Zipnix and Device looking a little worse for wear as Kerrigan puts the UMP to work. The SMGs, they're farming up some funds. That's exactly what you want to see.
And now for FaZe, this just gets much easier. It's just group up, play the trade game, don't do anything fancy, don't split apart. Maybe Olofmeister is in mid all alone, but other than that, this is a 4-man hit, and Kerrigan leading the way. That CZ was not ideal. I really tried to make that as nice as I possibly could. I did want to say it was ugly. It was a little bit.
Yeah. Oh man, FaZe starting to look very strong here. This is a scary side to see. They've gone through the rounds you kind of expect, and they've looked good at it. Now, this isn't the one where Astralis is going to fight back, but by the point they can, it's going to be 12 rounds sitting with FaZe, and it gets a bit scary at that moment because Astralis need to put their foot down instantly.
This is the punishment for losing both pistols, is you really get your chance into the second half. You have that 1 gun round to make something work, and you have to get started immediately, or else it all of a sudden just feels like it's gotten away from you. So FaZe, this is going to be an easy one, and then after that comes the test, where it could just decide the opening map in that round.
Astralis trying something, but I mean, they are with 0 investment into this round.
1 Molotov, 1 HE grenade placed correctly would ruin the day for so many Astralis players. We'll see if Rain is going to do it. He does not have either one of those, so that's unlucky for him. He might get a chance to have some deathmatch. I don't think he'll like it, though. There's going to be a lot of... Oh, there's the HE grenade. Yeah, Glaive, Dupree, Magic so far down. That one hurts, but still alive and still haven't peaked. They're waiting for an indication that someone from FaZe is getting closer.
You see the FaZe are trying to work out where's the stack, what are they up to, and suddenly they appear. Dupree to find Rain. But I mean, beyond that, surely not. Not just clean USPSs. FaZe should be able to control this pretty well, and they are. There it is, Guardian, Kerrigan, shut it down. No more threats on board. It's FaZe looking damn good in this matchup here in the semi-finals. 12-6. And we finally see Astralis with a chance to fight back, but it feels like it's been such a long run for FaZe. Barely any rounds have gone on the board for Astralis in such a long time.
It's been 9 in a row for FaZe. This was 6-3 at one point. So this has been a phenomenal recovery for FaZe, and now it's starting to look like a dominant performance. Helps that Guardian, the Alper of FaZe, gets 3 kills with the SMG. That's plenty of bonus money going up to the player who's buying the most expensive weapon. Said it a number of times, this round is so critical for Astralis if they want to fight back. They want to show us something here on Cash. It's got to be now. Losing this and the chances dwindle, and Guardian over the edge of the smoke looking for it, but they spray through. I'm not sure if Zimnik saw him or if that's just the timing he chose. Rain and Olaf going to be coming out of mid, and Device can do nothing to stop it. There's Rain peeking up. That's a great kill. Even does great damage on a Magisk, who recovers nicely to get that return headshot. But the utility being used in A main now, and Device has to get into a new position.
Device is committing on this as well. He's running in. Olafmeister is going to spot that, make the call, but he doesn't expect that. Magisk up and over the box. The flash comes in, and the turn from Magisk as he wants more. Guardian's just doing that a little bit better right now. Device was having a big game, but he's just being shut out of it here. Dupree and Glaive, you're so far away. Can they even find a quick pick? Get them back into this one. Get that round building, because my lord, do they need it. So you've got Karrigan and Nico towards the site. Oh, Guardian already starting to predict where Dupree might be coming from, and it's not a fight you're gonna win right now, Dupree. Glaive, it's all on you, buddy. A 1v3 to keep hopes alive. It looks like FaZe are doing this one. There's the first for Glaive, but he's got to get past Guardian. The clock's still ticking, and he has no kit, so Glaive really gonna try and do what he can, but I mean, at this point, it looks like all she wrote here. Nico shuts it down. It's FaZe again, moving in the right direction.
He's just applying so much pressure onto that bomb site. I mean, Rain just straight up so fast out mid, smokes off Device, and just runs up to take the duel. Not even considering any danger, any presence at highway box, not even worried whatsoever. Gets his 1 kill, and then once Magisk is boosted up, they know 2 are locked into the bomb site, and it's pretty easy from there, especially because the M4 that's supposed to keep space for Device with that op has such low HP. Just never-ending pressure from FaZe in that round, 13-6. And all that Astralis can fight with other pistols, and that's not going to do anything to stop Rain, who's boosted up to find Device.
Looks like there's no fear on FaZe right now. They seem confident. They look on point. Rain already starting to build into this, and he's been having a tough time recently. He's not had the biggest performances throughout this tournament, but this could be a real nice springboard for him. What a moment to do it as well. So they do start that lean towards B. There's a couple of players from Astralis here, 3 to be precise, but the bomb's still in middle. If this gets discovered, they can still turn tail. That's not too much of a bother, but at the moment, timing is everything, and Karrigan, well, he's just got it, doesn't he? He spins around, waiting for that next player to come through, but no one's gonna dare go in towards him. Oh, someone's up to the task. It's Glaive. Good luck, my friend. Already down to 50 HP, as it seems that Astralis are gonna back away. They're starting to read out the game plan here, but they have so little to work with. They've got Deagles, CZs. They only have a bit of armor, but maybe that's enough. Zipnix finds Karrigan, Glaive on Rain. What is this? Maybe there's hope left. Maybe not. Zipnix isn't stopping, though. He does not have armor. He's going to go in on this. 30 seconds. Nico's got the bomb. They don't expect it. Glaive! What a moment. And now 2v2. Zipnix still alive in this as well. Olafmeister's on his way to support. Guardian here. And Glaive waits in the smoke. Like an assassin in the night, he needs to strike now. Zipnix does get taken away as Glaive, 10 seconds left, readjusts so well. Glaive now in the 1v1. Olafmeister. He's got to get the bomb, he's got to plant. Does he have the time on it?
It's on top of the red box.
He can't get it. Oh, that is so good from Glaive. And a little bit unfortunate for FaZe, but what a way back in here.
Well, that's a miracle, a 7th for Astralis. Nicely done from them fighting back into that round, but the bomb being dropped on top of that box pretty much made it impossible for FaZe to recover with the timer going low. A little bit of life, a little bit of God's grace. 13-7.
Sometimes those moments might just be the window that can get you back into games. I mean, you don't want it to be sometimes, but that could be all it takes.
At this point, if you're Astralis, you'll take anything. They're going to be fine. They're going to be absolutely fine with that. We'll see if they can build on it. They absolutely have to. They don't have a whole lot of money. It's only Device with any kind of bank getting the weapon in the last round.
so tentative these moments as well. Astralis so desperate for anything they can get. Any early advantage, which they're just not being given really at this point.
Well, they've been punished from mid so many times. You can see that's why they've adjusted this. They've got Glaive over towards Sandbags, Dupree close up under the boost, and Magisk at Highway. They want to control this part of the map, and unfortunately for them, it's not where FaZe is going, so it's going to fall onto Zipnix, one of the better players. He's having a tough game. He's huge for Astralis. He's got to defend this, and he's already been put off. He was expecting there to be a smoke. He wasn't ready for them to just run out and grab those angles, but they've got a couple of kills. Magisk found a gap in the smoke, and now Dupree even building upon it. That's Kerrigan with the lurk, and it's quickly just down to Nico and Guardian. But these two players can do so much.
Well, one of them's got to do a lot here. Spots him out, Guardian, but he's being closed in on from all angles, and Glaive keeps this matchup alive. It was looking very one-sided. It looked like FaZe were ready to close this out. Eyes on the next map, but Astralis find that small window of opportunity. Be it from the grace of God that bomb went up there, but to follow it up with a round win is big. It puts the money in question as to how much FaZe can get into this round. Money is tight, but they can fashion some form of buy.
They're gonna have to be put back just a little bit though. Nico had plenty of money. You're gonna see him with the hero purchase, the AK-47, the Soul Rifle. All Deagles outside of Guardian as well. He wants to save up for the AWP. He's down to 2,500, so a respite from the pressure for Astralis. They've now finally put two together. They need to keep going. Still 5 rounds behind. Olaf, he might have found the timing, but he doesn't commit to that peak. Katowice is here with the AWP at the B-bomb site.
Still have to be so on your toes with FaZe as well. Deagles, you know, it used to be Nico's speciality, but look at this. Dupree. Oh, this is a rough one. Oh, he gets punished! Don't toy with your food, Nico. Rain will get Magisk back, but that's a bit dangerous. Now Dupree's gonna be on notice. He knows this, you know, this isn't a safe area anymore. There's a lot of FaZe players who want him dead, and Kerrigan, he's up and over. He's looking for this one, but he might just dive headfirst for Halos at this point. Recovers the gun, and now he's got a gun. What? What? How has he not been found? Dupree! How'd you get away with it? You are lucky to be alive, my friend, but he does survive with 3 kills in his pocket. And Guardian, baffled as ever, he does get a bomb plant, but I mean, what was that round?
Yeah, I guess they thought he fell back. If you're Nico, there's no reason not to take that kill. It's not a position too much where a second player is going to walk into your crosshair, but you could see the idea with the only AK-47. He wanted to make the play that just straight up won the round. I don't know how they lose track of Dupree here. There was nowhere where he really could have gone. Nice triple kill from him. So some fortune shining the Astralis direction. They're climbing back 9-13 now. 4 rounds separate these two teams. Guardian's got that all back in his hands. With this round win, if Astralis is able to take it, you could certainly say the comeback is on.
Start thinking it's a possibility. I still feel that FaZe is just gonna, you know, close it down, right? It takes one player to have one big round and you're on 14 and you're almost there. But I mean, Astralis, there's hope. There's a glimmer.
There is, and this round is big. Here we go, out of the timeout. Teams talking things over. AWP on Guardian, 1 on Device as well. Both of them gonna meet over towards that B bomb site. They're coming for this duel. Device doesn't want to take it though. Maybe getting there a bit late to have the angle. Might have been a good thing. And again, Dupree and Magisk aggressive. And look at this boost over here. Rung boost on top of the barrels to peer in towards Checker. And there's the peek and they're waiting for it. Dupree lucky to have his life.
Again, this guy, I'm surprised he is still alive here. So much you did. Oh, Kerrigan. The timing is great. He finds him through the smoke and down he goes. I guess he can only have so many lives to go through. Guardian with that run boost really able to now punish and keep Magisk locked in towards Checkers. That's a really nice position from him, and it's hard to fight out of for Magisk, but let's see where FaZe actually lean towards him.
Also the information that the mid defender, you know, obviously he's the one who boosted up Dupree. He's evacuated, so now FaZe realize they can attack this middle portion of the map and there shouldn't be a whole lot of pressure or any resistance facing them here. Remember, Reyna's had phenomenal impact coming up highway, and he's just gonna do it again. Flashbang is out. Zipnix all alone. They've rotated away from him. He's got so much to do in 3 different angles to do it. He can't win the first fight, but he had to take it quickly to be able to spin and look elsewhere. No one else is here for Astralis. The A bomb site is lost. And I think they're gonna have to save this round. Magisk and Device still haven't moved out of B, and Glaive, yeah, he's gonna fall back. Astralis playing the economy game. They know they're out of this round.
Looks like FaZe are starting to work it out now. Take it away from Astralis. Take that momentum off them. And 14 rounds is a very big scoreline to look up against. But Orthmeister's hungry. He wants these kills. He doesn't want them to keep the guns. Does he expect Glaive so close by, being cautious to show to that angle? The Molotov comes through, and you can see the FaZe are closing in a little here.
I don't think they want to do this. They don't have a whole lot of money built up on the T side. Yeah, they do not want to give up these guns, and there's still a good amount of cash on Astralis behind the weapons they have. So this is actually a pretty smart save for Astralis, considering there was no way they were getting back into that round in a 3 versus 5. FaZe inching closer to the map 1 victory. Another timeout gonna happen here. It's Astralis' third. They still have plenty of money to get whatever they want. And Kerrigan gonna have a little bit of fun again.
Who needs a hype now when you can just get Kerrigan out there? Let's just pop in on stage, you know what I mean?
Give him a mic, see what he can do.
You know what? I'm ready.
Bring his red hat.
Oh, the hat is phenomenal. All right, the timeout is done. The clock is ticking down. So whatever Astralis have come to bear, or they've thought up, whatever they've done, it has to be put into practice now. Otherwise, FaZe get to 15, and they're right on the verge of picking up map 1. Still a long way to go. We all dream that it goes to Inferno. I think that's pretty much a shared sentiment throughout any CS fan right now, that Inferno has provided so much. There's still so much in the way of that. It's still the first map, bear in mind. Guardian already up for the fight here, and it looks like Dupree actually going in on this. We've got the double ops coming out for the CT side, and would you dare? No, you cannot do that against Guardian. Dupree gets outdone, and Nico echoes that sentiment. Both AWPs have been stripped from Astralis.
That had to have been the conversation. You had a double op set up, and you say each one of those is going to go to a different bomb site and try and establish control, try and find a pick and be reasonably aggressive, make the ops the point of contact. And unfortunately, when they both fall, you're left scratching your head and just thinking, what in God's name can we do to get into this round again? Magisk in mid, Zipnik's on highway. They can kind of work together and shuffle up and down that portion of the map to each bomb site or mid control. But they're gonna have to, someone's gonna have to be aggressive, and you have to imagine it'll be Magisk and Zipnik's, as Glaive is pretty much alone in checkers, but actually they have a good read on this right now. FaZe is coming back towards this B bomb site. And if Magisk hops up towards the vents, they can at least have a 2-man defense here.
The problem is Rain's gonna figure a lot of this out as well. He's got himself out towards A, so they can at least get some information. Zipnix does find Nico, so that's a factor, and you can see a bit of a turn of attention here. Kerrigan, that bomb, it's not going towards B anymore. Rain has controlled the A side. He's going to stop them getting back in, but Zipnix has something to say about the matter, but not for long. Guardian finds the AWP shot. He's keeping this together, but it's still a 2v3. Glaive trying to find a way around. Good timing from Magisk to play it in back together. Down to the 2v2. Bomb has made it to site. And there's the Molotov to try and hinder that. I don't think it's going to spread far enough to really stop anything. No, bomb is down.
It's Guardian they have to worry about. Guardian at forklift with this AWP, and actually now he falls back. They have kits to make this play. This is going to eat up a lot of the time on the clock, though, and there's no real guarantee it'll be successful. Magisk, a big fight to win. Guardian at the moment not looking, but he doesn't go down. 48 HP, now they know he's coming. Nade out on towards Kerrigan as well. They've done great damage, but Glaive being held at bay, and time still ticking. There goes Guardian, 2-on-1, and Kerrigan trying to buy time, trying to buy more, and he does. The headshot on the Magisk, and he's a hero. He's won the round for FaZe.
15 rounds for FaZe. It's looking like map 1 is going to be going their way. Astralis try and make it count, but they just got outdone.
They had the fight they wanted as well. They had that flank on Guardian in the 2-on-2. That was exactly, to go from a 3-on-5 to a 2 versus 2, you couldn't have asked for anything better from Astralis that round. Just unfortunately, Guardian just positioned right next to that box, is able to get into cover just at the right moment.
Back in we go. Astralis know that this one is looking pretty rough for them overall. For FaZe, it is a brilliant moment of confidence to build from. These two truly rivals when it comes to IEM, and at the moment it looks like FaZe want this one to go on their side. But for now, let's look at this round. It looks like an alien coming through from FaZe. They still have a couple of players by B, but Nico straight up finds Xyp9x. This guy is a menace through the door. Makes it so tricky to feel confident and comfortable on this site. Will Magisk fall to it as well?
Seen a lot of very good door players on the T side of Cash. Nico's certainly obviously one of them. So many different ways he can attack at fast pace. He can do it with spam. There's some aggression in towards A main. Astralis trying to make something happen. A counter flash as well. Dupree pushes in. He gets a double kill. He's brought them back into a manageable situation, a 3 versus 3. Next up is Kerrigan versus Device in mid. Kerrigan turns that angle and Device finds him from behind.
We've slowed it down for now, but there's two very dangerous men up against them. You've got Nico, you've got Guardian. Still plenty of utility. And my God, do these boys have some firepower. Guardian's looking for the way, and he's claiming good ground as he goes as well. And this is a bit of an interesting position from Dupree as well. He's backed away from this. Nico's closing in, so it's going to be on Glaive. He's playing by that MBK corner, tucked right against the fence. We've got 30 seconds. They've got so much to do. Nico is keeping eyes on this. He just looks away. He's going to peek it. Glaive, he actually holds him off. Nico goes down. It's just Guardian now in a 1v3. Flash comes in. Blinded, he's still looking for this. He has to back away. There's nothing he can do here. It's time to yield for now and eyes towards the next round. Astralis stay alive by the thinnest of margins.
Yeah, somehow they've done it again. That is great play from Astralis. The counter flashes in that round are what win it. The teamwork that we kind of attribute that we know Astralis brings to the table allows Dupree to get 2, allows Glaive to get 1 as well. This is great from Dupree, pushing in towards A main. Both players completely blind. Olaf can do nothing. His teammate far, far back. I think that was actually Guardian with the op. Couldn't cover him for that peek. And saving the AWP, Guardian had no money. So that's going to allow him to keep that for this round. Nico and Kerrigan can both buy an AK-47. The third time out from FaZe. Figuring out how they want to close this one down. It needs to be 5 in a row for Astralis to force overtime here. They've shown some signs of fighting back into these rounds. But they've been a struggle to put wins on the board in the second half.
So it looks like this has gone from a tactical possibly to a technical here. A bit of a misspy coming through, so it will take a second, but shouldn't be too long at all. As they try and refocus now. FaZe very much on the verge. 15-10 if you're just tuning in here. Of course, at the Intel Extreme Masters in Katowice. A great performance from FaZe to begin with. Astralis have been no slouches. They've been fighting back with what they can. But FaZe are starting to fire up, and that's where things get scary. These boys mean business. And we are back into this one. The curious purchase from FaZe. It's not perfect by any means.
No, but with that AWP and with a couple players being able to afford AK-47s, they're going to go for it. This is strong enough to make a dent and at least... Oh, what a shot! The run boost through the smoke, and Olaf finds Glaive, and that might be it. That might be the winning hit. I don't think Astralis comes back from that one whatsoever. Magisk pushing through, trying to make a play, and he might have found a position to do it. The bomb doesn't commit towards this B bomb site, and Kerrigan, he's not aware. He goes down. Magisk needs more, but they know exactly where he is.
No one can stop Guardian right now. This guy is getting incredible kills going for his side. Xyp9x and Device still probably shocked as to what's happened. Oh, it's a good reply from Device, though. That's the bomb plant being denied for a second. And Xyp9x, he's going in on this one. Into the loving arms of Guardian, who is an absolute beast right now as he looks to follow it up. The next victim to fall prey, it could have been Device, but it's Olaf Meister to claim it. And FaZe Clan win it out on map 1. 16-10, incredible scenes, and what a performance from Guardian that final round.
That is a brilliant way to end the first map. The run boost, the shot through the smoke, the follow-up as well. A well-orchestrated tactic to open things up for FaZe. You can tell they put some time into that one. Well, map 1 delivered. FaZe up 1-0.
Overpass.